Hey everybody, this is Jim, and I thought I'd go through a short standard cost problem for you to help you out. We're going to use the diagram method today, and you can probably see on the screen that I've kind of got it laid out here. So the diagram method is over here, and that's what we're going to be dealing with. So we can use this. This is a materials problem. And because there's three factors of cost of production or cost of goods sold, materials, labor, or variable or fixed overhead, we need to do this separately for each of those if we're going to play with it. Okay? So first of all, here's our problem. This is quick problem or QS 2116, materials variances. So we've got some standards here. So we've got things, standard direct materials. We have to separate standard from actuals. Here's our actuals. And we've got to figure this out. So what we need to do is compute the direct materials price variance. That would be the difference between these two columns and the direct materials quantity or efficiency variance. That's the difference between these two columns. Okay? So to work on these, here's what we got to do. So we've got three products we have to come up with. First one, actual price, actual quantity. Well, we don't have an actual price. We do have an actual direct material used. So we're going to use that over here. So 300,000 pounds of material. We don't have a price, but we'll play with that later. We do have the actual cost. The total cost is $535,000. So I'm going to put that here. And if we bought 300,000 pounds and they cost $535,000, it means we can calculate the price. And the price would be 535 divided by 300,000 pounds or $1.78. Okay? Which looks a little bit less than our standard price of $2. All right, then we have our next product to deal with, the center part, actual quantity. Well, it tells us we used 300,000 pounds, so we're going to jot down that number again. And it says times the standard price. Well, our standard price over here is $2 a pound. Okay, so I'm going to put that here, and then I'm going to multiply those together. Times $2, that's, whoops, forgot the equal sign. Looks like $600,000. So the difference between the 535 and the 600 looks like that is what? $65,000. And that's favorable. So I'm just going to put an F there to remind me it's favorable. And that's our material price variance. Okay? So that's good. The number on the left, and whenever it's lower, that's going to be favorable, okay? Then we have to figure out the standard price, standard quantity, which is also our flexible budget amount. And to get that, we have to answer three magic questions, which are down here, okay? So how many final units did we actually produce? Actual finished units produced, 60,000, okay? How much material goes in each finished unit at standard? Looks like 4 pounds. Okay. And finally, what's the standard price of material per pound? Looks like $2. So I'm going to jot those three down, and I'm going to multiply all three of those numbers together. And that's going to give me our flexible budget or standard price, standard quantity. Okay. So the difference between these two numbers looks like 120,000, and that's unfavorable because the number on our left, higher than the number on the right, and that's our material quantity variance. So what that tells us is, in general, we've got a material price variance that's favorable. So our price that we paid for the material is less than we thought. And we'd probably go to purchasing to check, well, to congratulate them, I guess. if you're going to check that out. And our material quantity variance, so we used $120,000 more material than we thought. So we're going to have a long discussion with our production manager to see what went wrong there. Okay, so that's how you do this. It's not too bad. Again, we'd have to do labor separate, we'd have to do variable overhead separate, we'd have to do fixed overhead separately as well. Okay, thanks a lot.